Yo guys, and welcome to episode 13 of the Balkan series. So today I'm going to be taking you through a chest and triceps workout, and obviously I'm going to be showing you what I'm doing, but more importantly I'm going to be explaining why I'm doing everything I'm doing, because the chest is a muscle group that a lot of people struggle with. We're going to start with rotator cuff exercises, get them nice and warm, and then go into the session. So in training chest and shoulders, a common injury that people get is a rotator cuff injury. So I'm just warming it up, externally and internally, before I go into my heavy pressing. Okay, so we're starting off here on the pec deck, and I'm not counting these as working sets. I'm just doing this to get blood into my chest and really focus on the mind to muscle connection so that I'm able to go into my heavy sets and have my chest activated. Better mind to muscle connection, more muscle fibers recruited, more muscle damage and more muscle growth. Very slow and controlled, really squeeze the chest. The first proper exercise of this session, I'm going to do incline dumbbell bench press, and this is just the bread and butter movement of the session. Fundamentals, keep it basic. You can progress this with good form, no I say good form, over the weeks during the bulk, you're going to gain muscle. There's just no two ways about it, so keep it as simple, starting off strong.
When you tried 190 one time, you failed on the second, but when you was like really doing good, you failed on like the fourth. You can do one that's not on 33, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know how you mentioned it, 5 I think. When we did it today. We're so far, bro.
Sorry. So with these sets here, I'm pyramiding up in weight, meaning that I'm going heavy at every single set. And the reason for that is because in the past I've done 2 sets, a top set and a back off set, if you'd call it like that. But the issue I find is that if I'm logbooking, so I'm trying to like beat the numbers every session, I usually overshoot my first set due to ego. And then I'll be doing, especially on like a compound movement like this, I'll be trying to get more reps and then my form is not going to be as good. So I'm building it up, I'm making sure my first set has perfect form and I'm taking that momentum into the heavier weight. So I just always have good form, because good form is super important for muscle growth. Okay, bro. Come on. One more. Fight for it. Okay. Good set. Okay, so exercise 2 here is machine flat press. So the first one's a bread and butter exercise. We've done it incline, so we put the upper portion of our chest. This one's going to hit more the mid-range because it's a flat press, and we want to keep it a press as well, because as you get further into the session you're going to get weaker, and therefore we can do like flies and more metabolic stress work. But at the beginning we're doing more mechanical tension, which is basically a bigger muscle is a stronger muscle. So we're trying to progress our strength in these first 2 exercises especially. Quick tip on a machine press as well, is very important that you don't lock out your elbows, and what I mean by this is you want to focus on the chest and get the full contractile range of the chest. So that means that your elbow is not going to be fully extended, because when you do that, tension is going to go from your chest to your tricep. We want to keep it on the chest, so don't lock out your elbows. Okay, so for the third and last set on this exercise here, I'm going to be doing a double drop set. And the reasoning for that is I don't have a training partner. I'm trying to get as much intensity from this exercise as possible. So a double drop set is a good way to take your muscle beyond failure, more than just one set could achieve.
Come on.
Okay, so for this third exercise, we're doing a cable fly. We've done 2 presses and we're going to a fly now. And this one in particular I really like. But what I want to make here is that what works for me might not necessarily work for you. This definitely works really well for my mechanics. I get a really good squeeze, really good stretch, no shoulder pain. And what's a bonus is in this particular setup, there's a mirror behind. So sometimes when we do flies, one shoulder is higher than the other and you can't even see it. I can literally see myself in the mirror, so I can make sure I correct my form in action. But yeah, we're gonna do 3 sets on this, and then that's the main work for chest down today. So for set 2 here, we're going to do a mechanical drop set. So we're going to go from the fly, where we're doing a chest movement that we're weaker at, and then when we fail at that, we're going to go to a press. So we're going to do a mechanical drop set where you go from somewhere weaker to a position where you're stronger, to really add more intensity to the set. Then for the third set, we're going to be doing a drop set to a mechanical drop set. And I love this one because it gives me the fattest pump. Okay, so for this last chest exercise, we're going to be doing a pec deck, and this time actual working sets, but They're not like the last two exercises we did, because this one is going to be 5 sets, 45 seconds to a minute rest. We're just trying to get as much blood in the chest as possible because we've already done some heavier work and more mechanical tension work already. So this is metabolic stress, and again, we're filling up the chest with as much blood as possible. That's the goal. So 2 quick technique tips on the pec deck. You'll notice that I'm opening my hands, and when you do this, give it a try, you definitely get a better contraction on the chest. It just gets you a better mind to muscle connection. And then secondly, just look at the technique. I'm getting a full stretch, my chin's up, and I'm coming out and around, and I'm really feeling the contraction at the end, and I'm not touching my hands together because then I'm going to lose the tension on my chest. So those are some pec deck tips. Yeah, then I want to include this bit. I don't really have, to be honest, good reasoning apart from a good source of authority which I trust. What I'm doing here is I'm going to stretch out my chest. I'm going to get 2 dumbbells, fairly light, hold them in the stretch position for as long as possible. And I've done this a couple of times before, and I've noticed that your range of motion just increases a lot. And it's supposed to also promote muscle growth in some kind of way, but that's what James Hong said. I used to train at King's Gym, and just giving a try what he recommends, so that's why I'm doing this stretch. Alright, so chest done. First tricep exercise, we're using this lovely Vulcan grip that I got. Really focusing here on hitting this part of my tricep. So I'm going to come down and then make sure I'm twisting my wrists out just to get the full range of motion. Alright, so triceps are already warm from the first exercise. Now doing the bread and butter lift. And again, I'm progressively overloading this as the bulk continues to build me some thick triceps. That was heavy. Okay, come on. So we've done a compound movement for the triceps, being the close grip bench, and we've done an isolation movement already. But this isolation movement that we just did, everyone does that. Everyone does it with a rope, or as we did with the Vulcan grip, to just get a little bit extra range of motion. But people forget to do the overhead tricep extension. So this one is an overhead movement. So just make sure you don't forget them, because it's a neglected part of the tricep. chest and tries done. Okay guys, so that is episode 13 of the bulking series done. Hope you got some valuable information on how to grow your chest and a little bit on triceps as well. Just a tip I'd also like to say here is, this session, as you can tell, is only 2 muscle groups. So if you're running a push-pull leg split, the amount of chest and tricep exercises will probably be too much, because push-pull legs means you train the chest more frequently, but with lower volume. So this is a bit more of a high volume day. It's only 2 muscle groups because I'm resting longer than a push-pull leg split to train the muscle group again. Anyways, bulking update. I'm struggling now to definitely get the meals down, but we're pushing the heaviest. I'm the biggest and leanest I've ever been. I'm not the heaviest yet. I'm like 192 in the morning. 195 is my heaviest ever in the morning. But I'm definitely leaner than the last time, which was about 6 months ago. So we're going to be pushing past that soon at a leaner state. I'm just in a good position to keep going. Thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.